then we'll go back to a live feed from the data center facility. Again, my name is Sean Mills. I'm the president of Greenhouse Data, and we have launched a data center facility in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm going to guess how many people actually know where Cheyenne, Wyoming has been and have ever been there. Very, very few, as I kind of imagine. So to give you a quick overview, we are going to walk through several things. Number one is why did we choose to launch our facility in Wyoming? Number two, we'll give you an overview of our facility, some of the efforts that we have put into Go Green. We'll describe what going green means to us. I know it has some very different meanings to probably every single person in this room. Then we'll give you a quick live tour. We were going to do a live tour at the wind farm, but in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and part of the reason why we chose it, we didn't know it was going to be snowing. And I think it's raining in about 39 degrees. So we are very glad that we just recorded a video from the wind farm, and then we'll go do a live walk through some pieces of our facility. And then all kind of scattered throughout, we'll have very practical decision-making tips. You know, trying to show you the decisions that we made as we built out our facility, all of which had a very precise, we did an analysis on almost every efficiency measure, and every single efficiency measure we have implemented in our facility had to have a payback of 5 years or less. So what is Greenhouse Data? Greenhouse Data is a 100% renewable energy powered data center facility that offers managed hosting and cloud infrastructure in our facility. We also offer co-location services. All of these products are offered to companies around the country, and in fact we have a few international companies that have moved into our facility. One of the challenges that we're faced with, rather than people that manage a private data center, is that we have a multi-tenant design constraint. What that basically means is we have to design each section of our facility to meet the exact requirements of each customer. So customer A that has a green initiative and understands that servers can operate at 80 degrees is very different than customer B that says no, they cannot, they can only operate at 69 degrees, and I don't care what you have to say. So for those of you that do not know where Wyoming is, we're going to do a quick fly-through to give you kind of some bearings of where we are. We are located just 90 miles north of Denver, Colorado, so we're kind of that perfect distance. We are about 30 miles north of a place called Fort Collins, and about 30 miles from two major universities. We chose our business park specifically due to our neighbors and the infrastructure that they put in for us into the business park. EchoStar Communications, which you can't really see, but that's their satellite downlink facility, and Wild Blue Communications, which is also a satellite-based internet company. About 8 miles to the west of our facility is one of the two wind farms that we pull our wind energy from. The other is down to the south of our facility. So why do we choose Wyoming? For some very specific reasons. It's very cold. This is actually a picture of Wyoming in September. So those of you that think you might have it bad, it definitely gets cold up there. It's windy. While this picture is probably just an illustration, it is not very far from the truth. There's several wind farms right around our facility, and traditionally wind farms are not built where people want to be. And so we were fortunate enough to have a city center of about a 50,000 person community that we were able to utilize the power infrastructure. Additionally, we chose Wyoming specifically because we are at the crux between I-80 and I-25 corridors, and there's a tremendous amount of broadband fiber that traverses the country, both east to west and then north to south right there at the crossroads of Cheyenne. Then additionally, the state of Wyoming has several incentives to help attract data centers to the region. I think they're here this week, so feel free to chat with them. So again, just with every business, location is everything. We get to benefit from the fact that we have a rural community that has lower property costs, lower building costs. We have a proximity close to Denver. We're close to two major universities, CSU and the University of Wyoming, for staffing purposes. And then specifically, we are right in the belt here where there is very low natural disasters. We don't have earthquakes, we don't have tornadoes, hurricanes, volcanoes, tsunamis. We are sitting in a pretty solid area from a natural disaster standpoint and a safety perspective. Our specific facility is right here. It's a little bitty green building on this image. We have taken the first right of refusal historically, the data center industry has had a pretty tough environmental message. It's not a positive one by any stretch of the imagination. And we think